Hey there guys, how we doing? Matthew's here again, welcome back to another video. Quick public service announcement for you today. We've been doing some more testing of Jewelcrafting on the beta and unfortunately it's still bust. Now it's not necessarily bust in terms of it being buggy, it's just I think it's really unbalanced. We've done a whole bunch of prospecting using a whole different bunches of ore, and for any of you that want to pick up your professions or start thinking about what your primary professions are going to be for Shadowlands, currently it's really hard to tell whether you should pick Jewelcrafting, simply because the main selling point for Jewelcrafting is going to be the base legendary rings and necklaces, and as it stands currently they're going to be expensive if it stays the way it is. So I'd love to hear your comments on this down in the comment section below. Like this video if it's been helpful to you, and guys, I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Please tell Blizzard to lower the cost for making Jewelcrafting based legendaries. Yeah, I think they need to. Has it changed? Shadowgas. No, they've not changed it. It's still 50 essences. Well, basically 100 essences to craft each one. My thought is that they will, hopefully, they will just lower this from like 50 down to maybe 5. 5 feels like a comfortable number for each one. I think it's 10 times more expensive than it needs to be. The easy change to keep somewhat of a balance is to make it require only 5 of each. Please, yeah. Got Ian on speed dial. Yeah, if only. But we need to do some prospecting to see if these prospecting rates have changed at all. I really hope they have. I'm going to single prospect it though. We've got 200 lacerite ore. See what we get. A gem. Another gem. Another gem. I'm not going to say that every time, I swear. No, I'm not. We're still not getting any essences. I've actually gone 2 entire stacks of lacerite ore without getting any of the essences. Almost to the point where I'm starting to feel like the essences just don't drop from lacerite ore. But the problem is I know that they do, because it has happened before. I've prospected enough ore to know that you can get the essences. They're just super rare. And they shouldn't be super rare. I should be getting an essence every 3rd or 4 times I prospect. Every 10 or 20 lacerite ore you should conceivably get an essence. If they want to keep the material rate at like 100 to craft a single legendary. The problem is I can't really submit a bug report because it's not necessarily a bug. It's just not balanced. I can't determine the fact that it's a bug simply because I don't. This might be how Blizzard wants it to be. I just have the belief that it's really unbalanced. Yeah, look, we're down to only 60 out of 200 now. We've not seen a single essence yet. Gems on Druid Gather is worth it. Yes, definitely. That speed boost and that health boost. Absolutely. You can still report it for being unbalanced. Yeah, I guess. We're now down to 15 and we've not had a single essence. I'm now somewhat confident in saying that the drop rate on essences from lacerite ore specifically is dumb. Double level dumb. You know what the worst thing is even if you prospect Elithium ore, the drop rate is not much better. I've prospected stacks of Elithium ore and I've not got many at all. Looks like it's impossible to get the ring or neck legendary. The way that it currently stands, it's not going to be impossible, but they're going to cost in the region of. Let me show you this spreadsheet. This is bonkers crazy. So I've got this spreadsheet that works out the estimated, I want to put that in big bold numbers, big bold letters. This is only an estimation based on my experience of playing through the beta and my experience from past expansions. But for example, cloth at the moment, you have the cost, the materials required in this column here to craft a single rank 1 legendary for cloth wearers. You need 100 shrouded cloth, you need 25 enchanted lightless silk, and you need a single arboreal shard. We have our price list over to the side where we have what I estimate. I mean, you can change these numbers to whatever you want and the spreadsheet will do its thing. But my estimation, shrouded cloth will go for about 25 gold a piece. That's where it will sort of balance out. It may be less than that, maybe more than that. You can always change it. The enchanted lightless silk, I imagine, is going to be about double that. The lightless silk doesn't have many purposes outside of being enchanted and used for base legendaries. So with these numbers, it's going to cost just under 5,000 gold to make a single rank 1 cloth legendary item. Not too bad. Seems like a reasonable number. 5k gold, get your base legendary item. If you then want to upgrade it to a rank 2 next week, it's going to be 7k gold, and a rank 3 item is going to cost you roughly 11 to 12,000 gold, which feels okay. It's still going to mean that if you're a tailor and you want to get a single, if you want to create cloth chest pieces for your server, it's still going to cost you almost 500,000 gold in resources based on these prices to get that chest piece to rank 4. It's a lot. It's a hell of a lot. And then do you want to look at Jewelcrafting? Do you want to look at the rings, how expensive the rings are going to be? Considering 500,000 gold to get cloth chest piece to rank 4. Wait till you see this. Cost to rank 4 of the Jewelcrafting ring. That is 6.5 million. Over 10 times the cost is what I estimate. Not good news. Not good news. Simply because these essence of rebirth are so rare from prospecting, you're going to have to prospect a boatload, an absolute metric boatload of, yeah, more than a long boy, just to get rank 4 Lego ring. It's bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. It's going to mean the cost of creating a single rank 1 legendary ring could potentially be 100k. That's cost to the jewel crafter. Because I'm estimating that those essences are so rare from jewel crafting that they're going to be about 1,000, and that's if they're 1,000 gold a piece. And they will be 1,000 gold a piece because they're so rare. There's just not enough ore going around that can possibly be prospected to get enough of them to craft. There'll probably be more than this because there just won't be that many of them. It's an absolute madness. I mean, I've got no way to really show this to Blizzard, but I mean, they can always watch the VOD if they really want to. Do the community a good deed. Yeah, well, I'll report it as a bug to Blizzard. Let's see, I'll link the items. Neck and ring Legos rip. Oh, absolutely. Total rip. Because if you think about it, when you choose your legendary power, you get the option of, say you're a hunter and Call of the Wild is the legendary power you want to equip. You can actually apply that to either a ring or some braces. Now, what are you going to choose? If the ring costs you 100,000 gold just for the rank 1 item, or the braces cost you 5 to 10,000 gold, which one are you going to choose? It's a no-brainer. Why would you ever like put it on a ring slot? You just wouldn't. Next in rings give more secondary stats. Oh yeah, sure, they absolutely do. But the difference between 5 to 10k gold and 100k gold, people just won't do it. And like I said, that 100k gold for Jewelcrafters, that's their crafting cost. That's not what they're going to sell on the auction house for. That's their crafting cost. If they've gone to the effort to craft that, they're going to charge 150k, 200k, because they're it's a big rip. Let's do the way that it currently stands. It's bust. It's way out of balance. So Jewelcrafting, Lego rings and necks. Are way too expensive. Prospecting ore gives way too little essences. Jewelcrafting Legos and Lego rings and necks are way too expensive. Prospecting ore gives way too little essences to be able to craft with. Please lower material requirements or increase drop prospect rate on essences. Lego rings and necks are way too expensive. Prospecting ore gives way too little essences to be able to craft with. Please lower material requirements or increase prospecting rate on essences. I don't think within the 255 character limit I can say it much better than that. Is there a limit to how many legendaries you can use? Can players simply choose not to have legendary rings and necks without any penalty? Well, you can only ever equip one legendary item right now. Arguably, as the expansion goes on, that might go up to 2, you might be able to 3 later, but to begin with, you can only equip one legendary at a time. That doesn't mean you can't craft more than one. People that raid and do Mythic Plus are likely to going to want 2 or 3 different legendary powers on different bits of gear that they can swap in and out when it suits. As some of the powers are going to better suit AoE situations. There are some, for example, there are some legendary powers that specifically benefit you when in Torghast. So you're going to likely want to craft that one for when you're doing your Torghast runs each week, and then you might want to have another legendary that you can equip in when you go raiding. You might then want another legendary that you can equip when you go do PvP. You can only have one equipped, but you are likely going to want multiple of them. Right, there's my bug report to Blizzard for Jewelcrafting. I'm not sure what else I can do about that than literally tell them it's broken and they need to fix it. But I'm deliberately, I'm every other day I'm prospecting an entire stack of ore. So the second I see any changes to the prospecting rates, I will obviously let you know.